Alright, this is it. We are about to attempt to finish Dark Souls here. Couple of things. And I don't know what it's gonna look like when it comes to the end game, but I know that there are two choices. One gives you the good ending, and one gives you the bad ending. I don't know exactly what happens in the endings. I had this accidentally spoiled for me, looking stuff up on the internet about like what to do, or no, I think just reading about like characters. Um, and so I think what I'm going to do, rather than worry about getting the good or the bad ending, is what I would have done had I not had it spoiled for me. So, here goes nothing. Dang. Oh, okay. I died. I wanted to kill him in one hit, but as I'm sitting here thinking, I'm supposed to apparently try to parry him, but then I was like, no, I think I'd rather just tank those hits with the great shield. I wanted to get back and use an Estus flask, but he's pretty speedy. So let's. I don't think I feel like worrying about parrying. So also, I don't think I feel like worrying about fighting all these Black Knights. So let's see if we can run by them. And losing my souls is completely irrelevant at this point because the game's gonna be over. And unless the souls carry over to New Game Plus, I wonder if they do. Disappointed I didn't kill the final boss on my first try, but I wasn't really planning on it. Especially with only 16 Estus flasks, so I used exactly 0 of them. Let's see how far they follow me. He's still following. They might chase me for quite a way. Yeah, they're both still good grief. Okay. So this is going to be a thing. Having to avoid the Black Knights on every run back. Which, not going to lie, it's a little annoying, but especially because it's such a long run. But hey. It's the end of the game. Alright, come here, buddy. Oh, okay. That's new. I say as though I did anything, but... Okay, well, I lost all my souls. Something tells me I'm not gonna have a good time with this. The irony is that if I had brought that shield into the first fight, I think it would have gone a little bit different. You know what? I wanted to swag on him, but I would rather. And here's where well, hold on, let me navigate away from this screaming fire. Here's where I probably differ from your... Nah, I want the top hat still, actually. I'm keeping that. From your standard Dark Souls player. Maybe not standard, but a certain type of player, I suppose. I don't... Let's see, can I wear... Oh, wait a minute. The Ring of Favor and Protection. There's no reason not to put that on now. What's my equip load? What does it raise it by? I don't know. I'm going to be fat rolling here. Yeah. Okay, so I can't wear the leggings. That's fine. Chester, your leggings are enough. Or your tights or whatever. Chester's trousers. He wears trousers like a gentleman. Okay, yeah. Good enough. We got a style on him with the top hat, though. Maybe. I don't know. Havel's helm is pretty cool, too. I wonder if the poise that I get from this armor is enough for me to not get bonked by Gwyn like that. What was I saying? This is where I differ from your standard Dark Souls player, is like, I don't really relish the challenge, I think. I think if given the choice, if it was like, do you want to be able to beat this really easily? I'm like, well, no, not really easily. Like, I still want to be able to prove my skill, but I don't want to do it 30 times. That's not my idea of fun. E-peen is not a consideration for me. To a certain degree. Like, I don't want it to be brain dead easy either, but boy, these guys follow you forever. Like, but on I guess what I'm trying to say is I want it to be very hard, or as I want it to be as hard as its reputation, but also to be able to beat it on the first try. That's what brings me the most satisfaction in this game, is doing things that other people are like, it's so hard, in like a few tries. Good grief. That's not good. Alright, let me chug some here real quick. If he fights anything like the Dark Knights, Black Knights, it should be somewhat easy-ish. Dang, he really... Oh, crap, I got grabbed. That explodes like half my health. And then he closes in on me real fast. Dang. The music is something. He looks bewildered half the time. Ah, I was pretty close there. Sort of reminds me of Zeus. And okay, Millie, now is not the time. Now is not the time, Millie, please. Thank you. I don't want to parry. I know they say that you're supposed to, or I've heard somebody say that you're supposed to, but I don't. I kind of want to be like, no, I'm doing this my way. So is that the third attempt? Yeah, let me try parrying. That will also allow me to wear heavier gear, I believe. Let's see how easy it is to do that. And if it's really... Oh, I'm still fat rolling. Alright, it doesn't allow me to wear heavier gear. Oh, wait a minute. It might allow me to wear... These are 9.7. What are these? 11.5. So Chester's trousers should not be very heavy because they're trousers. Yeah, they're 3.2. The hat versus the helmet, though. Okay, that'll do. We ran with this for most of the game. We're gonna run with it at the end. Apparently, though, he does fire damage, that's really annoying. Gonna find the optimal route through here eventually. It's weird, though, because it's like, I wouldn't have thought to parry a boss. Unless, I mean, it's like, okay, well, he's the same size as me, so, yeah, it stands to reason that I can. But that's not something that would have occurred to me. If I hadn't read about it on the internet, so. Yeah, they don't leave you alone. Holy crap, he's breathing down my neck. Did I do damage to him? Or was that just... Alright, let's try this. Because if I can parry him, then I'll probably do, like, Mondo damage. Oh, okay. Yep, that's... Alright, well... Can't parry that, it's gonna kill me. No, not quite. Alright. Can I get an Estus in? Nope. Praying. Alright, so I got one... I don't know, I got one parry off and it did about as much as 3 or 4 regular attacks. I don't know if it's worth it. Oh, right, I forgot. Ring of Favor and Protection. It's like... So that's 4 attempts. It's like, okay, well, if I was ever going to use it, now's the time. At least... Okay, so my equip load is at 54, is at 123. 160 stamina, 1405 HP. Let's take a screenshot to compare. Because we're doing it. Alright. Now, let's not accidentally remove it. blood. 147. So can I get away? 1686. Can I get away with Havel's leggings now? Still be fast rolling? Or not fast rolling, medium rolling. 121, but yeah, I can. Great. So we're going full Havel armor. Or just going cheese mode. I have the resources. Why not use them? Not that this is even necessarily all that useful, but dang, look how much extra HP that gave me. That's kind of crazy. Oh. How did I end up so far off the path that I want to be on? Hey, Raj. Good grief. Okay, he's gonna kill me. It's not like having 20 Estus flasks actually helps in this fight. You don't have a chance to use them, so might as well fully heal and just stroll by all these knights. I wonder if Gwyn has some attacks that are parryable and some that aren't. Like, I can't parry his grab, it seems like. Wow, that stamina boost is crazy. Wahoo! Alright, let's go. Alright, come here, big boy. Okay, well, I failed it 3 times at parrying. Did not fail that time. Now I can nest this as he gets up. I'll do it again. Well, this that kind of trivializes it a little bit, doesn't it? Well, I need like one more hit. Oh man, I almost wish I hadn't done that. That was... My armor mattered not. I could have just, I could have gone Chester mode on him. But I think the confidence that Havel's armor gave me, certainly helped. And we did it with Solaire's shield. So, you know... Alright. Blink the fire. Alright. So this is where we get to the decision point. I think this is what's going to give me the bad ending, but going in blind, I would have just immediately... Actually, going in blind, would I have immediately lit this, or would I have gone to explore? I'd go to explore. So let's do that. I would have been like, well, okay, let's not do that until we see what else is around. Because if it just said light bonfire, I'd be like, yeah, we'll do that immediately. But Link the Fire is a unique option. Lord of Cinder. So yeah, I was gonna say he was kind of hard due to how aggressive he was, and his fire damage, and how much he takes off of you. But like, parrying him is like, well, that was actually extremely easy.
My lord, bless thy safe return. Let Karth and Framt serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness.
So I...
Let the true dark be cast upon the world. Our world returns.
Oh crap, I'm... That's it. I don't think Roger's very happy with that either. And unfortunately, I can't go back and link the fire, which is what I would have done. But again, I probably would have explored and been like, well, let me make sure there's nothing out here, and that's walking away. So I get to go be the king of the serpents, or the true dark be cast upon the world. What does that even mean? All right, Raj, come on up. Come on up. We just finished Dark Souls, and I feel, ironically, that feels pretty hollow. Because it's one of those things, and it happens all throughout the game, where like you have no way of knowing what impact what you're about to do is going to have, and you can make decisions that lock you out of, you know, things you would have done, things if you were thinking, oh, this is a choice point here, this is a crossroads, let me consider this. But you don't realize that's the case, and that's exactly what happened, right? So I guess I got kind of the authentic ending experience, even though I knew that walking away was the quote-unquote good ending. I think, I don't know. when I saw the little spoiler information, I tried to avert my eyes as quickly as possible. I might just watch the Link to the Fire ending on YouTube, because I'm not going to play another 90 hours just to, you know, see a 5-second cutscene. If it's like that ending, I'm not going to waste all that time just to see that. But, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be like an NPC dialogue, like a choice where you answer yes or no when they ask you a question. I thought it was gonna be like Link the Fire, yes, no, not just like, oh, well, there's the fire. If you are like somewhat impulsive, or you're like, oh yeah, bonfire, let me light that, then that just ends the game. Where's the furtive pygmy? Was this whole thing, I had 2 predictions. One was a joke prediction, and one was like sort of a dark horse prediction. I guess I'll work my way backwards with that. The dark horse prediction was that I was actually the furtive pygmy all along, sort of like reincarnated, or the essence or spirit of the furtive pygmy is inhabiting this chosen undead, and that's why he's chosen, and he takes over. Or my joke prediction was that they mention this furtive pygmy so easily forgotten, and it's so pronounced and goofy in that intro, and then they never mention him again for the rest of the game, which is the joke. And it's like, well, that's what actually happened, which is unbelievable. I did read another thing that I accidentally read as I was looking up information on what's his name, Manus, is that he may or may not be the furtive pygmy. So it's like, okay, but in the original game, not the DLC, you get this character. Wait, what's this? Shh, 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 shh.
Yes, indeed.
Wait.
The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Oh wait, this is just the game starting over again. I thought this was a post-credit scene. But at least I have Havel's armor. I might play for a few minutes just to see how much harder it is. I don't know how... and I never really found out much about this guy either. Roger, chill. It's a video game, man. Not sure how big a fan I am of New Game Plus modes. Upping the difficulty upon restart. Oh, I have 74,000 souls. Upon, like, restarting. We might as well fight the Stray Demon. Right? Like, why not? Do I have enough equip load to get Artorias now? The shield, rather. Come on. Where? Shield. There we go. So what's my... No, I still don't quite. That's a bummer. Back to Chester's leggings. Or trousers, rather. My equip load is 120. Yeah, that'll do. All right. I'm coming for you, buddy. Yeah, I guess you need to up the difficulty in some capacity, otherwise you just breeze through and it would be trivialized. But like, the idea, you know, if I'm playing New Game Plus, I want to feel stronger than I did before. But we'll come back to this. We'll come back to. It's interesting that it just New Game Pluses you straight away. Okay, so we have the bonfire here. Oh, I didn't kindle it though. How much humanity do I have though? I still have everything. What do you do with these? So much. I guess there's a lot of stuff that I just never discovered. Yeah. Plus, this weapon does extra damage against demons. Does he drop? Yeah, he dropped the Demon's Great Hammer. So is that the stray demon frolicking around downstairs that I'm hearing now? Or does it just play that audio because you're supposed to run through the gate? Dang. That's pretty cool looking, weapon. But I like my Black Knight Greatsword. Or Black Knight Sword, rather. Black Knight Sword +5. Thank you very much. 110 more damage than your standard Black Knight Sword. Okay. Wait, don't I have the key here? It's locked. Oh. So do I not have the key? Oh, okay, you lose all your keys. Interesting. You have everything else but the keys. Okay, well. Can I level up? Does this... Is there any benefit to, like... Oh, no, I can't level up. Weird. Maybe it's just at this bonfire that I can't. Okay, well, that's Dark Souls, I guess. If this game just came out and I didn't have, like, 30-umpteen other games I want to get to, I'd be like, alright, let's, you know, roll it again. But I do. So I'm not going to play through Dark Souls again, but this was an experience. Now that's not the button I wanted to hit. This is the button I wanted to hit. Let's see how many hours I spent on this playthrough. 93 hours and 50 minutes. Level 102. $93 hours on this game. Over, I think, just shy of 4 months. Let me take a look. When did I start this game? I keep a log of this kind of thing. This was the last game I started. I started the PS5 version on January 2nd and the Switch version on January 17th. That's when I started my new run. So just shy of a couple weeks shy of 4 months. But I have kept my end of the deal. The deal being, I don't know if I've mentioned this on YouTube. I mentioned it in my blog, but I kept my end of the bargain that if Chris played Doom, I would play Dark Souls. And I have, and I beat it. That's not something I ever thought I'd be able to say in my lifetime. And furthermore, not only did I beat it, but I actually really enjoyed it. That is something I was sure I wouldn't be able to say. Back to the Furtive Pygmy. I had been reading about Manus, and just to be like, oh, you know, let me find out some info on this guy, and the wiki is like, may or may not be the Furtive Pygmy. And okay, well, that's... I gathered that he's like the overarching antagonist of all 3 games. I don't know how the second one is connected, but I've heard that the third one is basically like, oh, it's the first one again. But that the other 2 have hub worlds, just like, or have a hub world like Demon Souls, and not all bunch of interconnected areas. Chris said that this is the only one that has like interconnected areas throughout the whole game instead of just like a level system, which I think the interconnected areas are neat, but I think I prefer a hub world and just like go to the level. I'm really interested in playing Demon Souls, actually, which I do have for PS3. I don't have it for PS5. But I do have the original version. So I don't know what I'm going to do next, but whatever I do next, I will probably just record it, because it's kind of like, well, why wouldn't I? Honestly, I was thinking of taking a little break from Souls games. I also have Bloodborne. I have all 3 Dark Souls and Bloodborne and Demon Souls and I also have Dark Souls for PS3 too. I got that recently because I wanted to read the manual. It turns out the manual is very bare bones. The Demon Souls manual has a lot more detail, but I was thinking I might do like an easier / fun game. Not that this wasn't fun. It actually was a lot of fun in its own way. I should say it's more. I would say maybe more satisfying than fun, but I did have fun with it. So, but I thought maybe like a game that's a little easier. I actually feel like Dishonored might be a fun one to revisit and try for a different ending than the one that I got initially, which I think was like mid chaos. I was thinking of maybe trying for like the full pacifist, maybe not full pacifist, but like the minimum chaos run. I don't know. I haven't played that game in like 6 years, so I don't remember a whole heck of a lot about it. But I do remember it was cool. And I also have Deathloop, which I believe was made by the same people as Arcane Studios. And then I thought, no, maybe I should. I bought the Arkham games, never played through those, and I saw the trailer for Clayface earlier, and I was like, oh yeah, Batman. He's a superhero. I do have those games. I bought them when they were on sale for like $6 for the trilogy. And then there's also Mass Effect, which I should have bought when it was on sale for $6 for the trilogy, but I ended up buying a physical copy at GameStop for like $17. But then again, I don't know. It's good to have the physical copies. I don't think I regret that as much, especially because I've had a gift card to GameStop. I'm just kind of going on now. But there's also what did I say? Deathloop. I mentioned that. There's also Marvel Spider-Man, which I have played and is amazing. Probably, I don't know, top 5 all-time game. But I have not played Spider-Man 2, but I do have it. And then there's also the Gods of War, which I started the very first one last year and got about halfway through and stopped. I was honestly like it's kind of boring. I mean, I've played through that game maybe like 6 times already at this point in my life. It's not a very long game. It's not a very hard game. And it's always been a favorite of mine. I was going to go through the series again to get to Ragnarok. But I didn't. So maybe I'll go back to that. I don't know. It's not like I had, it's like this game took me 93 hours to play. but that's because I mean it's Dark Souls, and I didn't really know what I was doing a lot of the time. I was experiencing it for the first time, but it's also not like I have like copious amounts of time to play games either. It's like I didn't play this game at all in the last week at least. So 93 hours spread out over 4 months. It's not like I'm playing, doing like 8-hour gaming sessions a day, and that's, you know, a month worth of play. I don't know. Well, the screen just went dark, so maybe that's my cue to stop running my yap and close this out, and we'll close the book on Dark Souls Remastered. So, whoever watched up to this point or is watching this, thank you for your participation. I hope I was able to provide some sort of value to you by way of entertainment, or I can't imagine you learned much about Dark Souls from watching me struggle my way through it. But, yeah, maybe you laughed at me. I guess that would count as entertainment. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.